The most important part of this trick is that it starts with a borrowed, shuffled deck of cards. Now you heard me right. This does not have to be my deck. It could be a spectator's deck. And I'm typically not the one doing the shuffling. Normally I have an audience member shuffle the deck for me. I don't have an audience today except for the camera, and the camera does not have opposable thumbs, so I will do the shuffling for now. But under ordinary circumstances, the spectator would shuffle to their heart's content and stop only when they're convinced that the deck has been thoroughly mixed. Once they're done with that, I take the deck from them and I say, "You've shuffled this deck very thoroughly. I want you to take a look at the order of the cards. Just take a look. Do you see any patterns among the cards? Any patterns at all, or does it look pretty much random to you?" They say usually that it looks pretty random, and I say, "Good, that's what we wanted." I'm going to make a little prediction here. I want this to be a secret. Okay, that'll be my prediction, and we're going to get to that at the end of this trick, but for now I'm just going to put it right here so you can keep an eye on it to make sure that there's no tampering or anything like that. So, you have mixed this deck up yourself. Do you know how many different possible orders of all the cards there are in a deck? It's quite a big number. If you took a 1, added 67 zeros to it, and then multiplied that number by 8, you might get an idea just how many possibilities there are for the order of the cards in a typical deck of 52. With numbers like that, we're kind of getting into the odds of, in terms of predicting or duplicating. We're getting into the lottery territory of how difficult this must be, how astronomical the chances are. So we're going to try something along those lines. You've shuffled this deck. I'm going to go through the cards, and I want you to touch the back of 5 different cards. And they can be, some can be next to each other, some can be in completely different parts of the deck. It's completely up to you which 5 you want. And I'll go slowly so you can get exactly the cards that you want. So I do this, and I let them choose 5 cards, and they are able to change their minds if they want to on which cards they want. But eventually, they come down to 5 cards from the deck that they shuffled. I just really want to keep hammering that this is their shuffled deck, okay? So we have 5 cards from a mixed up deck. And I'll tell you what, just to make this a little bit more random, I do want to mix the cards up a little bit more, but to make it fairer, I want you to handle the organization, the order of these last 5 cards here. So I'll tell you what I'll do. I will go through each of these cards, and on each one, you can either have me deal it to the table, or I can take it, switch it with the next card, and deal those down to the table. Okay? So it'll be completely up to you. The first one, do you want me to deal or switch? And they say, just deal it. I say, fine. The next one, deal or switch? They say, switch. All right, fine. Last 2, do you want me to deal or do you want me to switch? And they say, just go ahead and switch them. And I say, that's fine. All right, so to recap, we have 5 cards that you selected from a shuffled deck. And you even determined the order of these 5 cards. Let's take a look at the order. 3, 6, 4, 6, 5. 3, 6, 4, 6, 5. Those are the cards that you arrived at by shuffling, choosing, and rearranging. This prediction has been sitting here the whole time. And I want you to see that it says 3, 6, 4, 6,